Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night slash Tuesday morning, Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. Bitcoin, another all-time high today. It shot over 107,000. Got pretty close to 108, but didn't quite make it. It's since dipped back down to like 105, 106, and seems to be holding there for a while. So we may have encountered a new resistance for Bitcoin. Let's go to the chart and check it out. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin hour chart. And we're at 105.8 at the moment. You can see where we shot up here to 107.8, almost 107.9. That was around 11 a.m. this morning, Mountain Time. But we didn't hold it very long. Just got a wick going up here and then kind of came, I wouldn't say crashing down, but dipping back down into 105. So that 108 area, 110, give or take, could be the new resistance. But we will see. I've seen all kinds of prognostications, all kinds of talking heads saying, oh, we're going for 110, 120. I think one of the Trump kids was talking 150. So all kinds of predictions out there. There's talk of a super cycle, but I remember the talk of a super cycle back in 2021. We didn't have that. So, however, we do have more institutions involved. We have the ETFs. So that's been some momentum that's been favorable for pushing the price up. Whether it's good for crypto in the big picture remains to be seen, but for now, it's pushing the prices up, and I like that. We're getting a lot of this kind of action on the market. It's really good for day trading. I traded comp today, compound. I took a high position or a long position when it dipped, and then it dipped below the 20 on the RTI, and I'll show you that in a moment. And then it went over 80 on the RTI and dipped back down. I took a short, long and a short within a couple hours of each other. Both were successful, so that's why I like to trade. That's some of the best day trading action. Okay, and Ethereum broke 4,100. Yeah, you can see that about the same time. Probably rode on Bitcoin's coattails and then set that recent range high, but didn't hold. This dipped back down to 3,900. Bitcoin dominance, which is the percentage of crypto that's Bitcoin, it's over 57%. It's pretty high, but it hasn't been this high since back here. Actually, sorry, let's go to the day chart on dominance. Yeah, we had significant Bitcoin dominance when the ETF was coming out late last year, when that was heating up. Otherwise, let's look at the weekly or monthly charts. Yeah, we haven't had hot dominance this high since January 21. So yeah, Bitcoin's moving. Hopefully, it'll drag the others with it, Ethereum, and then the altcoins. All right. Okay. Kim's greeting everyone in the chat. Might want to check that out. Well, that's all I have on the markets overall. I did a little research to find out what people were talking about, but it wasn't that enlightening. Not much different from what we've talked about in past Zoom calls. So, all right. Well, what do we do with this information? We want to go to Altcoin Alert, see what coins are moving, and trade accordingly. So, and Jose says hello in the chat too. Welcome, Jose. All right, so let's go to Altcoin Alert and do a quick refresh. Yeah, let's look at that AA score. And yeah, I looked at this morning. Comp came up above 80, which is what I'm looking for long positions. I've got it here and I'll show it to you. This is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart. Got supply and demand visible range. Bellux algo, it's a free indicator. The red zone for resistance, the green zone for support. And I want to point this out because this is dipping below the 20 and it's about to come back up. Not financial advice, but this is ready to be a long. So if this alert goes off again, I'm going to take it probably. But you can see I took this long at 9 a.m. this morning, caught that move there. Then it broke back down. I took this one about noon and dipped back down. 2 successful trades. So loving that price action on the RTI. RTI is a relative trend index, similar to the RSI. It's a little better known, but it's a little different. I think it's a little more precise. Then I've also got the cumulative delta. I'll use this for trend-based trades for confirmation. Okay, so an alert on the RTI, the one I've got set now, right click. And if you're looking for a long position, you can go crossing up on the 20. You can use 50, which is the middle zone. Or if you're looking for super pumps, you can go for 80. Once per bar close, we'll leave it on all day. I'm usually looking for 20 or 50. Alert name, I use the information source, AA score purchase. And TradingView will remember what you type in here if you do it a few times. Notifications, notify in the app. So that's on my phone. Toast notifications pop up on my laptop. Play a sound also on my laptop. And there's lots to choose from. I usually use these classic sounds, and these are newer ones. You can play around with them. Play around with them if you want. It's not that important. And now if you want to trade both directions, if you're an experienced day trader, you want to trade both longs and shorts, add an alert on the RTI, and we're going to go entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, and a score purchase. Click create and you're good to go. But I've got my alert in already, so I'm going to leave that alone for now. Okay, any questions on comp as a day trade? This one is ready for a long. So, okay, on the 1 hour, let's look at our swing trade option. So I'm using the same indicators for support and resistance. Then I use the supertrend for entries and Trendio LSMA for confirmation, which is a moving average. So for me, the best longs are something like this, where it's coming out of the green zone. The LSMA turns green, the buy signal comes out, and boom, 20%. That's a great swing trade. Only takes a little over a day. Most of my swing trades, I usually plan on holding for a few days, but when you catch a move like that, your take profit's already pointed out for you, and you're good to go. So for super trend, setting an alert is really easy. Right click, add an alert. To trade both directions, you can leave a direction change the way it is. If you want long, go for a buy. I usually just use only once. And AA score purchase. And I might use a different sound like handbell or fault. Okay, any questions on comp as a swing trade? Yeah, I went through that kind of fast. Did I leave anyone behind? All right. If you're struggling to keep up or this is new to you, you might want to watch the replay of this. I usually watch this kind of information 2 or 3 times before it really sticks. So make the same suggestion to you. So, all right, Kim is asking, what's your time on that trade? I'm not sure. Maybe that's the day trade I was looking at. Mark's saying, like to follow this with you. Can't see it's really small. Well, there's not much I can do about making this bigger. So go back to the RTI. Make the RTI big. We want to see that crossover on the 20. When that happens, that's a potential day trade. And then you can get out. Either here's some resistance, that's 3.5%. That's a really good day trade. Then the red zone's up here around a little over 4%. Top of the red zone's a little over 5%. Okay. Mark is asking, what does RTI measure? It's a relative trend index, so I assume it's the strength of the trend. Robin's asking, what value do you sell? I think I just pointed that out. I usually sell in the red zone or resistance I see before that. So if I'm manually trading, including setting a take profit manually, then that's how I do it. I'm testing out a third-party trading system that all those things are set up. So I'm looking for a 1 to 1.5% move on a chart, and I'm at 10x leverage on a foreign exchange. So that's actually 10% to 15% for each trade. And those are the two trades I made in comp earlier today. So shouldn't trade on leverage until you have some sustained success day trading spot. So okay, let's go back to Altcoin Alert and see what else we can find. So that was the AA score sort. Social activities, the next one I do. I'm looking to match up fire and either fire or thumbs up. And I'm looking for coins I have some familiarity with. Helium, HNT, Quantum, no. FTX, I think I had to go down to about level 40 to find something interesting. Aave is here on level 22, and it's up a little bit today. It's got thumb and fire on social activity and trading activity. Let's look at Aave. Okay, is a day trade. It's dipped below the 50, but not the 20 yet. So we've talked lately in this bull market how we can set alerts on trends on RTIs breaking 50, and we can see a few of those already in the past. It did really well, like this one here, broke 50, and then took off nicely. You know, boom, 6%. Love that. Here's another one that eventually did a similar move. Yeah, almost 5.5%. So the break above the 50 is really good too. 20 I like a little better, but the 50 is pretty good. You can see it's not really dipping below the 20. It only did once in the past few days. Well, it's like twice in the past few days, here and here. But if you want to catch the 20 instead, right click, add an alert on the RTI, crossing up on the 20. You can do one of each on the 20 and the 50 and catch one or both of them. And you'll be good to go on Aave. Okay, let's look at this as a swing for the 1 hour chart. We're a little late on this. We're in the red zone, though we just dipped out of it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to buy up here. Let's look at a longer time frame. 4 hour chart. Yeah, we're top of the zone there too. 8 hour. Same thing. Day chart. Same thing. So we're at the top of the zone on pretty much all these time frames, unless you want to go really long, like the week chart. So then we've got, resistance back here in May of 2021 at over $500. but I'm not sure if I want to stay in a trade for a couple of years. So not liking any of these entries at the moment. Now, if this takes a big dip and comes back, a buy prints in this vicinity. So you catch it right about here. Then it goes to the red zone on the 1 hour, 10 to 15%. I'd like that. So what you do is you set your alert, even though it's on the buy now, you just catch the next buy. So supertrend buy only once, and social activity sort, and set this up how you want. And when that alert goes off, look at the overall market and evaluate. And if it's in this area, you've got some room to move to the red zone, and the LSMA is green, that would be a go. Okay, any questions on Aave? All right, so that was a social activity sort on Altcoin Alert. Let's look at long-term sentiment. I'm going to match that up with Elder Impulse Daily. So sentiment, what people are talking about online. Elder Impulse Daily is a technical indicator. When these match up, that's usually something I want to look at. So, and let's see if there's something familiar in here. Ondo, which I kind of like as a spot trade from time to time. Let's look at Ondo. We'll look at a day trade first. I think this one's on Coinbase. It is. And I know the guys in Crib Nation like this one. They're talking about it a little bit on the Thursday call. Okay, on the 15-minute chart, yeah, it looks like it's like the comp trade we were looking at earlier. It's dipped below the 20, looking to come back up. So if we catch this move, our move to the red zone, this resistance is a little over 5%, the top of the red zone, 6-7%. So I like that. You can set your alert here on the RTI and catch that move when it's ready. Break above the 20. Or you could wait a little longer and catch the break above the 50, something like this. Okay, on the 1 hour, I've been trading Ondo more as a swing trade. And we're in the buy realm and on the top of the zone. I don't like that. 4-hour chart, the same. 8-hour, the same. Day chart. Yeah, so I think we're at or near an all-time high for Ondo. So this is like the last one. We'll catch the next buy and reevaluate. So right click, add an alert, super trend buy, and you know the rest. So when that buy alert goes off, maybe it dips down, buy triggers around here somewhere. The top of the red zone, around 10 to 12%. That's a pretty good swing trade, especially if you're not in it very long. Okay. Any questions on Ondo or anything in Altcoin Alert? I think we're going to head over to iCoinPro and look at that system. All right. I'm hearing some background noise. If everybody could mute, I'd appreciate it. All right. iCoinPro. Got the Buddy coin crawler poised and ready. I'm looking at this. I'm looking for values at 4 and higher. That just tells me what's moving today. It's kind of similar to Altcoin Alert with the AA score and some of the other like social activity sort and that kind of thing. They'll show us what's moving today, or what they anticipate will move. So that's what I want to know as a day trader and a swing trader. And then I'm going to look for something I'm familiar with. It's on the exchange I'm trading. I usually ignore the other stuff. So radium, Gala are over 4%, sushi just under 4, Gala the same, ENS. Let's look at sushi. Did we look at that one on Friday or was it Gala? Can't remember. Gala. Gala. Gala's pretty active and it's dipping below the 20 and coming back up. So this is the contender for a day trade. And if you caught it right around here, the red zone is almost 10%. That's a great day trade. Or you could cut it off here where there's some resistance, just around 6.5%. It's still a great day trade. So either one of those would be really good take profits, I think. All right, so you guys know how to set alerts on RTI at this point. Talked about a few of them. We'll look at the 1 hour, the swing trade option, and this is a better setup for swings than we've looked at before. The sell is on now. Got a green candle printed. We're pretty close to the green zone. So if this trends back up, if we set an alert on this and get a buy signal on the super trend, and we get confirmation with the Trendio LSMA, good to go. So if that happens, say right around here, red zone, 12%, good stuff. Maybe go here, a little more precise, 9.5%. It's pretty good. Or you go to the top of the red zone up here, 22%. It's riskier, but really good swing trade. So I like Gala as both a swing and a day trade. You guys might want to check that out. Okay, what else did they have? Gala, what was the other one? Sushi. Well, it's not quite 4%. Let's look at radium. Sorry, guys, my computer is freezing. Come on. Go. Let's look at the day trade option. It took a big drop here on the hour chart. All right, it's looking the same as some of the others we've looked at. It's dipping below the 20 on the RTI. So this is a candidate too. And your red zone is 11, 12%. I like that. So set that alert on the RTI. As soon as it goes off, evaluate, look at Bitcoin and the radium market and see if that's something you want to trade. And let's look at this as a swing. We're at the bottom of the zone here in the green zone. This is the best setup I've seen for a swing trade. If this turns around, we get a green, we get a super trend buy signal, got 10.5% going up to the red zone. So that looks good to me. So I like this as both a day and a swing trade. Setup looks good to me. Any questions on radium? Well, I went through things pretty quickly tonight, guys. That's 5 trade setups using Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro. And you can use these setups for no matter where you get your information. I mean, I haven't done this in a while, but you go to CoinGecko or Oh, crypto bubble, crypto bubbles. And look at, what it's recommending. And see if that's something you want to follow with the alerts I showed you how to do and the layouts on the trading view charts. So it's been a while since I brought this up, but yeah. So you could look at hype or BGB or virtual. I don't know these coins that well, but these are all that are moving up today. If you're a spot trader, this is the kind of thing you want to look for. I think the ideal trade is something that has momentum generally trending up, but takes a dip, takes that pullback, and then starts to go back up again, and you catch that second move. So those are some of my favorite trades to make. Okay, any questions on anything we've discussed today? You guys are
Yeah,
pretty
I got one.
quiet. All right, go ahead.
When you're waiting for that pullback, do you just sit in there through the pullback, or do you get out and then get back in on the other side?
I the way I used to notify myself of pullbacks. I don't do that anymore. Now I want to see the pullback and the evidence of a recovery. And that's what the RTI is for. That's what that whole layout's for, is to catch those moves that are coming back. So you'll notice that on that I'm not don't really care that much about. I gotta bring the RTI back up. Yeah, so when this breaks below the 20 over here, I don't have an alert for that. The alert triggers when it dips below and then breaks back up again. So that's what I want. I want to see the dip and the recovery, and then the recovery is what I'm going to respond to. But some traders, some dip traders will trade just the dip. So they'll see what inspired this was a 1, 2, 3 dip from iCoinPro. And you see something here, like here's a squeeze and then the bubble and the dip. 1, 2, 3, get like a four dip on this one. 1, 2, 3. So on iCoinPro, you'd be getting in right about here. I found like I was getting in too early and I was ladder buying too much. So what I wanted to see was it to hit the bottom and then come back up, and then I'd get in around here. And I just found I was getting better entries that way. And it was more alert friendly too. I'm not really familiar with a 1, 2, 3 dip alert, but the RTI breaking above the 20, that's an easy alert to set up. So
I seem to keep getting in these, these red zones, and it goes for a really long time, and it's like I'm just stuck until it, makes the other move. I've got my money tied up at the time.
all right,
And,
so are you buying a long position in the red zone or a short position?
um, well, along
Okay.
anticipating it's going to go past that 20 because it comes right to the line and
Okay. You said red
indicative of it.
zone. You meant green
Yeah,
zone, so down here.
and then it just it goes back down.
Yeah,
So
it'll go back down or go sideways or something like that. So
yeah,
that's why I like that alert on the break. So sometimes it'll break and go back down or go sideways too. I mean, yeah, it's frustrating when that happens. It just depends what the market's doing overall. Today was a day that there was a little more volatility, so I was able to get a couple trades to resolve pretty quickly. But
basically you just sit through them and wait it out till you get your money back.
yeah, or until they do what you want.
Yeah,
So
take your
go up,
losses.
go up one or
Yeah.
2 or 3%, 5%, whatever your goal is, and take that profit. So, all
Okay.
right. Yeah, I don't really have magic formula for suffering through sideways action. But it's something we have to endure as traders. Okay, any other questions or comments?
When you're doing leverage, do you set stops?
No,
No.
no. I've talked about this from time to time. I'm in the minority as a trader. Most traders use stop losses, but most market makers will see the same information that we're seeing, and
Right.
they'll take out those stop losses and then move the market the other direction. So with what we have is a bull market now, I think you can be safe with the additional purchases or ladder buying. And I've got videos on how to do that. And if you want, I, a couple people have been asking for, how do I get started on day trading? And I've got a list of videos I can send you. So if you're interested in that, email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com. And there's, I don't know, 6 or 7 videos I can send to you, and almost nobody comes back after I send them. So,
Okay.
anyway, we'll see how dedicated people are. It's not the most fun way to trade, but I like it. Probably because that's what I learned first from somebody I trusted. So I like making money every day, or at least every other
Some
day.
time ago,
Yeah.
you sent out a spreadsheet that had all of the links
Yes.
to the various videos. Can you
Yeah.
send that out again?
Yeah. What happens is Patrick Bailey from this group who attends this Zoom from time to time will update that with new videos. And when he sends me the spreadsheet, I throw it in a Google Drive document and send it to everybody. So that's going to have a lot of my Zoom calls like this, listed. But I used to do more topical calls, including how to ladder buy and how to, do a few different strategies. But I've really focused now on the strategies I do. But the ladder buying rationale is covered pretty well in some of those videos, and that's one of the links I can send you. Let's see, chat.
Cool.
All right, Tammy asked for, can I provide the email again? CryptoCJ13 at Gmail. All right, Tammy, it's in the chat. So, and actually, if you're on my email list, you should have it. But if you're not, email me and ask to join my list. So, okay, any other questions, comments?
Nope. Thanks again.
Got 10 participants. Outstanding.
Yeah,
Okay, a
always
few
something
people
new to
cruised
learn.
in. Yeah. See, we got Daryl showed up, Jose, I think I said hello to, 2 Jose's, and Tammy, yeah, who just asked for that email in the chat. And Daryl. Like I said, Daryl already. All right. Thanks for joining me on a Monday night. Have a great week trading. We'll talk to you on Thursday. Bye.
So long.